Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition from Freaked Out to Freed Up. And today I have the chance directly from Belgium to have with us Nathalie Douxfils, who is used to work with the performing arts and now works as a counselor and a coach with also other artists. So welcome, Nathalie.
Hi, how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm fine. No, it's we have a weird temperature where I'm. No, Mother
Okay,
Nature seems to be bipolar.
yeah.
But everything is fine. Thank you. Thank you very much for saying yes. And I will ask you the infamous question, which is how does having this understanding of the three principles, how does that help you navigate moments in life that there's more anxiety or uncertainties, those kind of things?
So for me, the principles, especially in the beginning when I got to know the principles, I felt a lot more freer. I remember in the beginning when I started to grasp what it meant when thoughts and consciousness and mind. It took me a while to really grasp what it was meaning, but after a while, I realized that I was like days I had like I was a little bit jumping on the street, when I was going to work and I was seeing life much more fresh and clearer and lighter. That was the biggest change, especially in the beginning, that from I remember. Um, but then now recently, I've been navigating kind of more difficult times at work or in life, or not really huge things, but things that keeps you up at night. And I have to say that for me, the principle of mind is the one that helped me most. It's about trusting life, about trusting, um, first of all, whatever emotion there is, the emotions are coming from our thoughts. And as we can accept them, as we can allow them to arise and to just be there, they will pass much more quicker. For me, it's like putting my hands here and then just feeling it, letting it, your body also, letting it come into your body. And when it slowly passes, because every thought is fluent, is just momentarily, it's only momentarily there, so it will pass, then the emotions are passing also, and then your calmness is coming back. And trusting that, trusting life, being more aware of that helps me navigate life also in difficult moments. I have to wake up myself when I'm in a spiral, when things are difficult, and I have to wake up like, oh, remember that there is always something bigger that is there to support you and to guide you and to whisper to you. I realized that the whispers from the wisdom um, are showing uh, very different ways. And I didn't realize, and I was not always hearing it. And it's just recently that it dawned on me that, oh, maybe that's wisdom. Like for me, wisdom was something really big, and now I can see it's
Blurring,
something,
flaming
yes,
scrolls, booming
it's
voice.
something much more um, gentle and soft and um, it can appear in different ways, of course.
Mhm.
But for me, lately, it was appearing as a small whisper, like somebody is whispering something over your shoulder and guiding you, supporting you, and telling you maybe you should do that, or maybe this is better for you. Like I've been struggling with health and overweight because of the menopause. And there was a whisper always, and I have pain in my joints. There was a whisper always coming, maybe you should go swimming. But I thought, like, oh, swim. And then it was coming back, maybe you should go swimming. It's like, it's a very small example, but it was something that guided me somewhere. And I had to get over my fear of showing myself in a swimming pool and things like that. But in a way, hearing that whisper telling me that that might be the path to follow. Um, got me into the swimming pool, and from then I'm going twice a week, and I'm enjoying it very much.
Nice to
And I have to
remember
say,
that it's a whisper. Like I said, I was
yes,
joking with the
yes,
flaming scroll and the booming
yes,
voice. But not Jack, but George Prensky says it's hard to hear the flute when the old brass band is playing.
yes,
And
exactly.
when the whole thoughts are playing very loudly, this
Yeah,
little whisper is very,
yeah,
very
yeah,
gentle.
yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, and it's lovely to be reminded, but also to remind yourself about that it's always there. It's innate. It's part of who we are, and um, it's that deeper knowing. I think everybody knows it. I work a lot with creatives, with people working in the arts, and I always tell them when they are in a creative mood, when they are inspired to do things, it pops up, it comes out of nowhere. Suddenly they just see it, they know it, or they are under the shower and they have a aha, maybe I should do it like this, or they just start writing, or they just start painting, or they just start dancing, and movement comes from that. And I think it's the same even if you're not a creative or artistic person. We have that creativity in us, and mind is there to show us, to guide us, to whisper us new thoughts, new possibilities, and knowing that, I it helps me to see beyond the difficulties, to to see something new and fresh every time again. But when my mind is stuck, it's more difficult. So I know for myself, I have to come, I have to be in a higher mood, not in a low mood. If I'm in a low mood, I know I have to do something else, like go for a walk or do the dishes or whatever helps me to slow down my mind. And yeah, being reminded of that, that it's innate, that it's there, our wisdom, but also our creativity, and that we are not just surrounded by mind, we are mind, we are this universal energy. It's present in us all the time. It's just our thinking that's making like a filter on top of it, and yeah. Um,
Or as Grace says, our little Bob in our head.
yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So this is what's coming up for me about how to navigate difficult times. But I don't know if you have maybe another question or
No, that's it.
um,
I wanted them short and sweet so people can have little bites
okay,
of
okay,
wisdom and of hope
yes,
because it
Eh,
gives them hope because we're all human. We'll go up and down. No.
mhm,
And it's nice to remember that life is not happening to us, but it's just life happening,
mhm,
life lifing. And then we go up and down, and that, like you said, that little whisper is always there.
mhm. Yeah, and we just need to slow down our minds to hear it again, to let it show up. And I know for myself that sometimes I'm very impatient, like, why is it not showing up now? And I need to know something now. But I know it won't show up at that moment, even if I really need it at that time to hear it. But asking already helps. Sometimes I really ask mind, like, really help me in this situation. I need to see something more clear here. And just by asking it, it already helps to slow down my mind because I start looking around. Um, I look at, I don't know, where I'm walking, at the birds or at the people around me, and it helps already to slow down my mind. And then it will show up whenever it needs to show up. When the time is right, um, you will hear it. You will hear the whisper. I mean, I trust that really much. And I think it's that trust in that it's always there, that it's innate, that really helped me to navigate those difficult times in life or in the world in general. Because now, for the moment, with everything that's happening everywhere, it's challenging to also see what can I do to help the situation. What can I do even in a very small scale at home? Um, like what we're doing here now, sharing about the principles and helping people to navigate those more difficult times. um, I think it's very valuable.
And by staying calm ourselves, we have probably a big impact on the rest of the
Yes,
world.
yes,
As
yes,
Banks famously said, I can do more for the world by tending to my garden. Well,
yes, yes. It's
uh,
like a ripple effect, huh?
yeah.
So let's hope that the ripple is is going, and then that we can reach um, more and more people to find more peace, and or to find back their way to peace, to their inner peace, if they
Yes.
are unbalanced in a moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Back to that's a great reminder because people think that they lost it, like they lost their keys,
Yes.
and or they lost their confidence or their self-esteem, and it's always there. So it's a
Yeah.
nice reminder that to
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. It's always like coming back to what you are. You are that. You are peace, love, and understanding. And it's coming. Just remind yourself about it. You will come back to that, like those little puppets where they are balancing, and then after a while they just come into this place of stillness. And I think we can do the same. I mean, we are able to do the same. We are built like that, um, to find always back this inner peace. That's the beauty of it. And just remind yourself about that. Really, truly believing that really helps in yeah, in having your life maybe a little bit more easy in a way, or like for myself, I was an overthinking, very I had very much anxious thoughts, sorry. And knowing the principles, it really helped me. I don't see myself anymore as a somebody who has a lot of anxious thoughts. I do once in a while. I'm human. So I have scary thoughts, and I have moments where I completely forget about the principles. And then suddenly something reminds me about it, and I can find back my way back to that inner peace, which is I'm really grateful for that, to know that. So um,
Yeah, because we're remaining human, so we probably not stuck as long or as
mhm.
often.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but we're still humans. We have all the emotions like everybody else. Yeah,
Yeah, we
exactly.
don't
Yeah.
become Mr. Spock. No.
No. We are no robots. No, exactly. I wouldn't want to miss neither all those emotions, because how hard it also is, for instance, like to be sad. In a way, I love being sad also. I love all kind of emotions, not all the time, and when it's for a really long time, but in a way, like if you can really look at it from a fresh perspective, for a fresh mind, and all emotions are really welcome, and then they are they are beautiful in a way, and they counterbalance, like happiness and sadness kind of help each other to realize that they're both really really there and important, and um, just realizing that it's coming from our thinking sometimes gives you also the possibility to look at your thinking from a new way, and see fresh, and then the feeling will change also because your thinking is changing. So that's a beautiful part of it.
And we get better also to helps us to better maybe enjoy the like you have a greater appreciation for light
Yes,
after
yes,
after seeing the contrast.
yes.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
An interesting fact, an emotion lasts only 90 seconds.
Exactly, 90 seconds. I didn't know that. That's a good one. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 90 seconds. That's really short.
Yeah, but the neurotransmitter, is very, very short. And to stay 3 weeks, we have to keep.
Keep thinking about it, eh? Yeah. We are overthinkers, human beings. We are really thinkers, and we take every thought of every story in our head as true. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
have,
it goes with the all the special effect.
yes, yes, yes. I have very amazing dreams lately, and I was telling to my husband that I told him like, what if I took all my dreams for real? This would be a completely different household we are living in because the dreams are really big, but you wake up and then you realize it was just a dream, even if they were like very emotional and but with our thinking, we don't realize that we often we often take it for very for sure and we take it seriously much more than with our dreams. But in fact, it's kind of the same, and it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that we are not living reality. Of course, there is reality, uh, and of course, there will be always so many different ways of thinking. But yeah, don't take it too serious, or remind yourself about it when you're feeling you're in a low mood that it's coming from your thinking. Then
Without judgment.
without judgment, exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, because this is something I learned recently from Jack Prensky, is that our thinking is innocent. So it means we're not in charge of what we're thinking. The overthinking, maybe we grasp one of those thoughts and then we overthink it and we turn it in every corner of the room. But like creativity, it shows up and or creative thoughts, creative, it can show up, or a new idea, it can show up. All the other thoughts that we have also are just showing up, and we are not in charge of what shows up and in what order or how intense it is or not. And so it kind of helped me to not judge myself also around my thinking and about what I was thinking. And especially the critical thinking it's one of the things that I find more harder to see as not true. Yeah.
Yes, it's been with us for so long, all our lives. So yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Dank u wel.
Alsjeblieft. Graag gedaan.
So dank u wel, Nathalie. If people wants to know more about you, where can they find you?
So I have a website. It's nathaliedouxfils.com. It's in English and in Dutch, soon also in French. So please reach out if you want to hear more about creativity or working in the arts or just coaching and knowing more about life and navigating life and knowing more from the three principles. Um, People are welcome to reach out.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me here.